27. Thank y'all for taking the time out to log into my channel and see what all the fuss is about. Overhand. Overhand. Sometimes you gotta drop that overhand on them, but be careful when you drop it. Because when you drop an overhand, your knees are bent, your front foot is flat, you're on the toes of your back foot, on the ball of your foot, and you're leaning forward to drop it. And when you drop it, you stationary, which means he gonna catch you with something. The whole thing is to drop it and then get out. Bang, get out. That's how you drop it. You gotta drop it and then you gotta be ready to make a move. You cannot stick around or you're gonna hit the ground like Georgia Brown. So with that being said, always know that at the end of every combination, something has to happen. If it's bang, 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 move. If it's pat, step back. If pat, move. Pat, move, move, move. After everything, something has to happen. Otherwise, you're going to be in a place where he can retaliate. Understand, people ask me all the time, how do I throw body shots? How do I throw the overhand? How do I throw the hook up close and all that? All you doing when you throw those punches is you getting in a fight. You're getting in a firefight, meaning you have to settle down to throw those punches. And when you settle down to throw these, he's right here. So, with that being the case, all this is open. So, you got to be like, and you got to either come in closer so that he had little T-Rex arms or back up and move around and wait till the next time for engagement. You cannot stay engaging. If you stay engaging, it's no longer a boxing match. It's a gladiator fight. And two people are going to be going ham. And the guy that's been training for the gladiator fight the most is the one that's going to lower the most boom. In other words, he's going to win the competition. And you don't want to, if you ain't been training for that, don't start trying it. You can't try it in the fight. You got to try it in training. Because everything you try in training goes into the fight. Things you didn't try in training, don't experiment. Yeah, a combination, yeah, I can see that. A 1-2, yeah, I can see that. A 1-2-1, yeah, I can see that. An all-out banging session that you ain't practiced, oh man, it's gonna be a long night. Everybody can't throw those bangers. Everybody ain't meant to. And the bottom line is everybody can't fight the same fight. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all logging into my channel. I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all leaving a comment. I appreciate y'all hitting the notification icon so y'all can be notified every time I drop a new video. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 57 is the new 27. Straight out of VA is where I stay. Holler at your boy. What we got here? What we got here? Terrible times. Clyde was Sweet Peas trainer. And I remember now at the old Norfolk gym. Yeah, man. The Barrard Park gym. That's the real gym in Norfolk before it closed, and now it's Harbor Park. The Warrior. I'm always crying about something. Nah, I ain't crying about nothing. But I'm glad you logged in, though, which means you always looking to hear something. Hey, look, a lot of people say they don't want to hear nothing I got to say, but every time I turn around, they logged in, which means they lying. And I ain't lying. You lying. We're going to have some fun with you today, though. Unknown. How you doing, man? I'm doing great, player. I'm doing as great as I can do. Show your shoes on camera. Why? They don't know what kind of shoes I want to wear. Nobody needs to know what kind of shoes I got on. I got on Asics. You know what I'm saying? Asic mid-quarters. Gray jumps. Sometimes you catch me with track sneakers on. Sometimes you catch me with other track sneakers on. I got different kinds because I wear Saucony Endorphin running shoes and Saucony Endorphin 3s. Nothing stops Coach Carl. Nothing. It's raining outside right now. Rashid, I can't say your last name, MA-RIFAH, but hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you logging in. Jordan Washington, I appreciate you, dog. Let me show you these shoes, man. I don't know. Let me see. I'll take it off. I can't show it to you like that. You can't be able to see it. Saucony, these right here are Asics, mid-quarter. Asic mid-quarter. I wear these. These are my training shoes for when I'm out here and I want to be able to dance around. I want to be able to cut them corners and not twist my ankle. No, it ain't raining here. Not right now. It's just kind of misting. It's been misting all day. We had rain like for the last 2 days, man. We had crazy rain. And I'm talking about 40 miles per hour winds and crazy rain. Right now, it's just misting. But I'm under some trees, so you ain't going to see a whole lot of it. It looked like it's clear back there, but it's not. You can look at the ground and see how everything, all the leaves are stuck together. That's because it's been raining for the last couple of days. Yep, so that's what that is. Man, so you missed boxing with me? I appreciate you, dog. Your dad is, okay, you say your dad is around 50 years old and dealing with low energy, trying to get him to exercise more so he can be like you. Hey, look, tell him it starts at the beginning. I'm talking about one step at a time. I didn't start this at the end, bro. I started at the beginning. I started walking 15 minutes away from the house and 15 minutes back to the house, which means that basically I was doing 30 minutes a day. And I started with a basic program, a 50 package, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 lunges, 50 jumping jacks, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations. And then I walked 15 from and 15 back. And somebody up here say, hey, stop shaving your beard and your mustache. Why? I like it when it's clean. My wife like it when it's clean. You ever seen me with a beard? I got a picture right here on my other phone just so you can see what I look like. Your boy Coach Carl was thorough with the beard. You feel me? I was thorough with the beard. But I cut it off. Because every now and then you got to change things. If you want something to be different, you got to change something. That was Coach Carl at 47, 48 years old. And I kept it up until about maybe 3 years ago. Then I started shaving it off, mainly because I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now. I ain't got time to be standing in the mirror trying to shape it up. Beard get in the way sometimes. I'm working right now. I'm working hard right now. So when you're working as hard as I work, you ain't got time to play games. But yeah, man. But I like the beard, but the beard is just more work. Rat-a-tat-tat them, coach. Oh, you want me rat-a-tat? What's that? Tat-tat. Okay, tat-tat. That's what you said. Oh, let me turn this. Man, hold up. Turn this so you can see this. Tat-tat. Tat-tat. Huh? Ah, ah, ah. That's what you talking about? Ah, ah. Woo! Ah, woo! Woo! Ah, ah. What? Nah, nah. What? Nah, 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 nah. What? Y'all know I be going crazy back here, man. I know my neighbors be think I be fighting somebody. I am. I'm fighting 25 people right here. 25 people. Why, Malik? Hey, man, everybody wants you to do something different. If I said I could swim, they want me to crawl. If I said I can run, they want me to walk. If I said I lift 50s, they want me to lift 40s. I don't get it, but it's all good. So you're not supposed to as a man. Maybe. Depend on who you ask. Depend on who you ask. Shadow boxing is great cardio. Hitting that bag is even better. Because you get to do something. Ken, K-I-N, said, you jack, bro. Hey, you ain't know? Hey, man, I train 7 days a week. If somebody tell you they train 7 days a week, they're supposed to be jacked. They're supposed to be cut up. Man, I'm going to show you something that's going to really trip you out. At 46 years old, at 46, this was me. I wasn't in bad shape, but I wasn't in good shape. See, I got no tattoos. At 47 years old, that was me. 47. 6 months later. And now, you know what I look like now. You know how I flow now. That's me at 57. I believe in what I train. I believe in what I teach. If you want to change your life, I ain't got to tell you no lie, because I did it. At 46 years old, I was 201 pounds at 5'6". I walked past, saw my belly hanging over my belt, and decided to change the whole program. By 47 years old, I had a six-pack. By 48 years old, I had 100 tattoos. Why did I get the tattoos, you might ask? Because when I was a younger buck, I couldn't afford them. When I got older and I had more money, I wasn't in shape. I wasn't going to put tattoos on a out-of-shape body. And at 47, I was in shape. I was going to the tattoo shop 3 days a week. I was getting different things on my arms, my front, and my back. And it got real nasty up in there. I love the pain. On my neck, I was doing all kinds of work, bro. You see what I'm saying? It take that. You want to change your life? You want to do something different? You want to be something different? You got to do something different. Just going on walks is so good sometimes. Many people forget they can just go on a walk. That's what I'm saying. Well, a lot of people forget about that. They forget about the avenues of walking. For every step you take, you burn the calorie. For every step you take, you lower your blood pressure. For every step you take, you lower your cholesterol. You run the risk of being a diabetic, you lower that risk. Every step you take, walking across the block. And I'm trying to tell people, you're a bad man. Terrible times. I like that name because we in some terrible times right now, player. Kenneth Porter. Say, you from Hampton? I've been in Hampton pretty much all my life. Hi from India. Drunken Sparrow Gaming. That's what I'm talking about. You must be a gamer. Let me see. Joseph. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's how it go. God bless to you, my friend. Keep them guessing. And man, you got to. Gene Cash. Question, brother. Why people only pick up on dudes that harmless? You mean why do people always pick on dudes that's harmless? It's the nature of the beast, man. Hey, look. I wish I understood why people bully. I wish I understood why people pick on people. Hey, look, no matter teach, you still got somebody that can call me a clown. You know what I'm saying? Think I'm stupid. Think my stuff don't work. Say all that kind of stuff to me. It's all good though. Because as I got older, I learned that it don't matter. It don't matter. What they saying don't matter no more. See, because I ain't got to be popular no more. I ain't on the playground no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to have the fanciest car. I ain't got to have the fanciest clothes. I ain't got to have, all the other stuff that everybody else got. I ain't got to have it no more. I'm a lane of my own. I'm driving and I'm feeling free. I'm feeling free. Kenneth Porter, the 68 is the new 58. That's what I'm talking about. Keep working, baby. Hey, look, you can get anything you want the same way I got it. It's all free. It's all free. All you got to do is get down on the ground. Like I try to tell people, praying is free. All you got to do is bow your knees. Bend your knees and bow your head. Praying is free. Work is free. All you got to do is be willing to work. I have a heavy bag, but no stand. So I'm so annoying. Hey, man, I got a heavy bag, another one in the house that's on a stand, a water-based stand. And I just I don't need to bang it up. I just touch it. Pat, 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 move around. Pat, 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 move around. Yeah, I just use it for that. And I kick at it, but I don't try to knock it over. You got to know how not to beat your own equipment up sometimes. But you get a stand. They sell stands on Amazon.com. This one right here is an Everlast stand. I had this one about 13 years. I had that bag for 12 years. I had another bag. I beat the crap out of it. I beat it to the point where the sand was coming out of it. So I had to get another bag. Yeah, man. Hey, look, let me be an inspiration. That's all I'm asking. Let me be inspiration and motivation to anybody looking to get themselves in better shape and have a better life. No matter what that means to whoever. Let me be that inspiration. They always talk about something. You can't do this at a certain age. You can't do that at a certain age. You can't run 5 miles. I run 5 miles at 8 minutes a mile. I run 3 miles at 7 minutes a mile. I run 1 mile at 6:29 a mile. If you know anything about running, you know I'm pretty fast for 57 years old. I'm pretty fast for 17 years old. That's what it do though. But I ain't bragging about my life. I'm telling you about my life so that you can know it's possible for you to do it in your life. I told y'all when I was 17, 18 years old, uh, 17, 18 years old, I thought 57 was old. I saw guys with 57, they were barely making it. So yeah, it wasn't promising. So I'm trying to be the new promise. I'm trying to be the new hope. Hey, before I finish these questions, do me a favor. Please go up to the subscribe button and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification icon so I can be notified every time I drop a new video. But no matter what you do today, if you don't touch nothing else, touch that button that says subscribe to this channel so y'all can be friends of mine. So every time we get online, we can have these same kind of conversations and we can dialogue with each other and we can help each other. Y'all think I'm helping y'all? Y'all helping me too. So y'all keep me motivated too. Tell me some stories. I love stories. And say, what's my diet like, coach? Man, my diet is fire. But people don't like my diet. And tell you why? Because my diet requires strain. You gotta be able to sustain yourself from stuff. This is me. This is me cooking. Vegetables. I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan since 2014. Means I don't eat nothing but vegetables. I eat nothing but fruit. I eat nuts. And I drink plant-based protein and take a vegan vitamin. And that's what we do. I do that every day of my life since 2014. I started in 2013 just cutting back all the sweets and all the junk. In 2014, I decided because I wasn't eating that much, I'm gonna make the transition. Made the transition to being vegan, been healthy and happy ever since. So with that being said, I don't want y'all to be what I am. I want you to be what you need to be for you. You can eat meat if that's what you want to do. I chose not to because it was what I wanted to do. I don't have to preach that in order for me to show you how to get in shape. Because when I lost that weight that I told you about, I wasn't vegan. I was just eating chicken and eggs and vegetables and frosted flakes with no milk for a snack. Yeah. So yeah, I was doing a little different than I'm doing right now. But the reality is we all make a move. We all make a move that's suitable to us in our life. So I made one that required discipline because I needed the discipline. Because you got to remember, ain't no coach standing behind me. Ain't no drill sergeant working with me. I'm working with myself. And with that being the case, I gotta put restrictions on myself. I told myself I ain't gonna drink no more. So I went in the kitchen, I had a half of a 40 ounce of Coke 45, had half of it. I dumped it in the sink. And that was the last time I looked at an alcoholic beverage, and that was in 2014. So with that being said, you can change your life just like I changed mine. Let's see. Dustin, appreciate it, dog. So you staying tattoo free. Hey, look, everybody got their own life. I don't talk that. I don't talk bad about nobody that got them. I don't talk bad about nobody that don't got them. Look, I pierced my own ears. I got piercings in both my ears. I had piercings up here. I had a piercing in my nose at one time. I do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't tell other people to do what I do. Say, never sit down for too long. I never sit down, period. I don't know how to sit down. Let's see. Every time I catch you live, you give me a reality check. Unknown. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Then maybe you need to catch me live more often. So if you keep getting reality checks, you're going to start doing what the reality checks are telling you to do. I don't know what you're not doing, but whatever it is, please let me inspire you to keep doing it. So that's crazy, coach, because I was just thinking about going vegan, but how do you keep protein up? Plant-based protein. I use plant-based protein and greens made by a company called Guardian of Life. Plant-based proteins and greens. It's a mixture. And it's got greens mixed in with the plant-based protein. It tastes good. It works good. It's 20 grams of protein per shake. I drink 4 of them a day and then mix it with the food that I eat. And I come up over 100 grams of protein per day. That's all you need to keep it going, bro. I only weigh 140 pounds. What made you switch from a meal-based diet to a plant-based one? I understood about the sugar and the carbs. I'm curious, champ. I wanted it to be harder. It was too easy. Anytime something is too easy, I want it to be harder. If you look at a lot of the stuff that I do online, look at a lot of the training, the push-ups on my, the, 'cause, 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 incline with weights and all that kind of stuff. And all I'm using 50-pound dumbbells to dumbbell press. I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You should know I want my life to be hard. Life been too easy for me my whole life. I was good at boxing. I was good at karate. I was good at everything I ever done. I played in the band. I played the drums. I had a recording studio when I was 18 till about maybe 23 years old. I was a up-and-coming rap artist on a record label called Urban Beat Records in Westfield, New Jersey. I recorded a couple of singles under the name Cool Call. And, I mean, I had fun with my life. But life was always easy for me. I became a barber at 15 years old. By 18 years old, I was in barber school. By 19 years old, I was working in the shop. At 24 years old, I opened up my first shop. So life has always been easy for me. So I wanted it to be hard. I feel like when life is too easy, you don't push too hard. So I wanted to push harder. So I went vegan. Vegan ain't easy. Walking past pizza that ain't plant-based pizza ain't easy. Walking past them honey buns. I like them big old honey buns, man, with all that cream on them. Talking about this thick. Man, I like that stuff, man, but I don't eat it no more. Sometimes you got to tell yourself, it's time to let it go, bro. Time to let it go. Say, good day, mate, from Melbourne, Australia. Mick Lloyd. Man, that sound like a fighter's name. Mick Lloyd on Yes, sir. Much love. Thank you for the knowledge. I appreciate you, Jeff. I appreciate you being up here to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter what I say. If you don't get it, if you ain't up here to get it, I could be preaching a sermon that everybody in the world need to hear, but they ain't logged in. Then what does that say? Say, I'll submit you. Ain't nobody ever submitted me. You're going to have to kill me. You don't understand where I come from, dog. You're going to have to take me out. I ain't going to be able to breathe. I ain't going to tap. So that's the bottom line. I ain't going to tap. It's either going to be me or you. What state you in, coach? Virginia. That's what I'm talking about, homie. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to meet everybody up here. Keep in mind, yo, we always got some people doing stupid stuff up here. So when I see them doing something that's too stupid, I get rid of them. Cause a lot of bad words, trying to figure out how to squeeze them in doing my live stream. I'm gonna click you off of here. So you ain't gonna have to worry about seeing me no more. So if you needed me, you're gonna have to find it in somebody else. Hey man, I appreciate you. Ron Toe. Hey man, mix it with that Taekwondo, baby. I love Taekwondo. I spent a lot of time kicking. I spent a lot of years in Okinawa showing rule. And then I picked up some Taekwondo moves because it gave me that extra, bruh. Made me throw them doubles and triples, man. You know what I'm saying? Who is your best boxer? I don't really have a best boxer. I got a lot of boxers that I like for different reasons. And obviously, I like Mayweather because Mayweather is the epitome of knowing how to deflect. He can deflect stuff that you throw to make it not land as perfect as you wanted to land. And that's all I teach when I'm online. You gonna get hit. You gonna get hit, but it's how you get hit that matters. Get nipped. And I also like guys like Bernard Hopkins because he was older. He still had that hustle, still had that drive. Ronto, that's what I'm talking about. Say, started it off as self-taught karate. I started off in the dojo, and I got my butt whipped in the dojo. I moved up them belt ranks, white, yellow, green, purple, orange, blue, brown, black. Ray Leonard would beat Mayweather. It's a different time. It's hard to say. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. Okay? Mayweather in his time, you got to remember the first Mayweather that came out when he was a monster, when he was Money Mayweather. When he first came out, he was a beast too. Y'all looking at the Mayweather that calmed down to learn how to deflect people, to learn how to just outbox people without banging them up. I like Mayweather because of everything he brings to the table, but he ain't the only one I like. You just asked me a question. I had to give you some kind of answer rather than leave it blank. But I also like Shakur Stevenson, young buck with some good hands. I like Javante Davis. You know, I just think Javante Davis right now is losing his mojo. He's losing his motivation to fight. When you lose your motivation to fight, you're not gonna fight as good. And so, you know what I'm saying? But that's how that go. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Javante might reiterate it when he fight Jake Paul. If he beat Jake Paul up and drop him, he probably gonna come back and beat somebody else up. But if he loses Jake Paul, you ain't never gonna see him again. No, I feel you, Walker, on the Mayweather Sugar Ray analogies. But the thing you got to remember is back then they had a lot more to do and a lot less to do. Up now we got a lot more to do and a lot of it's a different time. What that means is what you could get away with back then, you can't get away with now. What you got away with now, you couldn't get away with back then. It's different. It's about a 10, 15-year gap in their training. That's like saying with Muhammad Ali beat Usyk. I mean, it's two different types of fighters at two different times in the world. It's kind of hard to put that, but that's what happens. Yep. Ali was old by the time Mike Tyson came in the game. So it's different. Meet them both at their prime and see what happens. Mike Tyson was a beast at his prime. When he came out, he was throwing them fifth boards, bruh. And Muhammad Ali was the guy that beat guys like Mike Tyson, danced around and popped him with that jab and kept it moving. But once again, it was a different time. Training was different. Now, I ain't say Usyk was gonna catch Prime Ali. I just said that's the kind of stuff that people be talking about. And it's different times, different people. I'm not saying nobody can beat nobody. People ask me all the time, what would Javante do against Shakur? It all depends on which Javante shows up and which Shakur shows up. It's all about that. I can't predict it. I won't bet on it. What do I think about Jerron Boots Ennis? Jerron Boots Ennis is a great fighter that ain't fought nobody. That's what I think about him. They talked about Jerron Boots Ennis fighting all these great fighters that he never fought. And then over the weekend, he fought a guy that we didn't know again. And of course, he outshined him, but we didn't know him. So he's supposed to outshine him. I want to see Jerron Boots Ennis fight somebody that's in their prime right now. Anybody. Fight Gary Antoine Russell, the guy that beat you twice or beat you once or twice to get into the Olympics. He took the Olympic seat when you had to take the back seat, meaning he beat you. So let's see what's gonna happen now. Y'all both on a path of self-destruction. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see which one of y'all gonna self-destruct. Today's boxers can cherry pick who they want. It's a different time. It's a different time. It's a different place. If y'all knew what was really going on in the game of boxing, y'all be shaking your head. We putting a lot of money on boxers, but most of these fights, you already know who's gonna win when they climb in the ring. I have bet on fights when it was 4 fights in the same night, and I bet on a triple factor, a trifecta when you bet on every boxer and know which one is gonna win, because it's kind of easy. They make the A side and the B side for a reason. Won 317, just like the NBA and NFL. You only be compared to your contemporaries. Yep. I got Sugar Ray Robinson over everyone. Nah, Sugar Ray Robinson, he was good, but he ain't gonna beat everybody. Somebody, like a guy said a long time ago, it's somebody for everybody. It's always somebody for everybody. You know, I was watching CT Fletcher, and he said his mama told him it's gonna be a badder dude out there somewhere, badder dude than you. He said, "No, mama, I'm the baddest dude." And he meant it. CT Fletcher was a beast. That dude was strong as a rookie. Yes, sir. You can tell by their training. Everybody, hey, look, man. A lot of people switch hitting, bro. A lot of people don't know, man. You got to watch boxing. You got to really be. I've actually been in the gym and watch boxers and be like, that guy's not good. And then they talk about him like he's great. And then the other guy come along and crush him. And they be like, yo, man, I thought he was better than that. No, he ain't better than that. Yeah. There's been a lot of great fighters in our time, man. A lot of great ones. Sugar Ray had a beautiful, yes, he did. But Marvelous Marvin Hagler, to me, was a better fighter. But Marvelous Marvin Hagler wasn't as promotable as Sugar Ray. So what happened? When they fought each other, they gave the fight to Sugar Ray. Marvelous Marvin Hagler retired after that. And Marvelous Marvin Hagler was a beast. He just said, I won't let nobody take nothing from me. Spence coming back. I see that. Now we're gonna see what he's gonna do when he get back. Spence, hey, look, man, if y'all remember Spence, if y'all really remember when Spence was talking all that trash to Terrence Crawford, wouldn't take the fight, told Terrence Crawford he won't on the same level as him, all that, and then got the slam stew beat out of him. Man, I'm surprised he even come back to boxing. But you know why most people come back to boxing? Because they can find another guy that they can beat. And when they find him, they're going to keep making that check. You got to get over the embarrassment and climb right back through them ropes and find another guy that you can beat and get that check, because that's what it's all about. Because if he had 20 million, 30 million, 40 million in the bank right now, he wouldn't be coming back. He'd go ahead and call it a day. Heart of a Lion, Tommy Hart. Yeah, man. You know, Jeff. You know the deal. Spence coming back to get that check. Hey, look, Keith Thurman's problem was he stayed out of the game too long. He got married, got soft, and stayed out of the game too long. Then he come back to an easy fight, and now he want to fight Fundora, and then talk about Crawford or Spence after that, or whatever, or Boots Ennis after that. Man, please. Fundora is gonna punish Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman like 5'7", Fundora like 6'6". Ain't no way in the world he gonna be able to get close to that guy. And Fundora is not a chump. That fight against boy from Florida, I can't think of the boy's name, but that fight was a beast fight. If you want to see Fundora fight, go. Let me see what fighter that was, so I can give y'all some real information and stop having y'all look this stuff up. Let me see. I'm gonna Google it. Bastinf. Sebastian Fundora. Tell you who he fought. That's gonna be a fight worth watching. If you want to see the heart of Sebastian Fundora, watch Erickson Lubin. 2022, 4/9/2022, when Erickson Lubin fought Sebastian Fundora. Google that fight. Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora. That is a crazy fight. You want to see two guys that get it in? Watch that one. Yeah, bye-bye, Keefe. Yeah, he gonna be done. Who's the best heavyweight after Ali? After Ali, probably Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a beast, man. I don't think people understood what Mike was doing. Mike was a beast. Boots versus Charlo, that'd be a good fight, even though Charlo probably gonna lose. Boots got enough skills to beat Charlo, but the thing about it is, will Boots take the fight? Boots won't take fights against top-notch guys. He just want to jump over the fence straight to the championship. He wanted to jump right over the fence straight to the championship fight. He wanted to fight Terrence Crawford and people like that at the top level before rising your way up to the top level. Most of us know that the fights you fought weren't about nothing, and you was going to get a big payday. You're going to get 10, 15, 20 million for that fight. Mike Tyson wouldn't last around against a prime. George Foreman said he wouldn't fight Mike Tyson. He said, I won't fight Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson hit too hard. George won't used to getting hit as hard as George hit people. George hit people with some clubbers. But guess what? Every fighter, there's always a guy that can beat your fighter. Your favorite fighter can always get beat by somebody. And George got beat by Muhammad Ali because he was swinging them clubbers, and Muhammad Ali knew how to take them. And at the end of the fight, Muhammad Ali made this quote. He said he's running out of gas, and there's not a gas station in sight. And he beat the stew out of him. Coach, have you ever had to bulk your weight up? No, I never had to bulk my weight up. I've always wanted to be small. As a young buck, I was 135. And now I've been no more than, in fighting weight, I've been no more than 140, ever. Never had to bulk it up, but I know how without cheating. It's called eat. You ain't got to cheat to eat. Just keep eating. Joe Frazier was a tough fighter, just like Tyson. That would have been a scrap. I ain't gonna say he would have beat him, but I'm gonna say it would have been a scrap. Because you're talking about two street fighters, two guys that are thugs from the block. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of fight when that happens. A different type of fight when that happens. People texting me like they don't know I'm online. They see me. They say, yo, man, I see you online. I text them back so he won't text me again. Hey, look. Let's see. Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hitman Hearns was a great fight. Yeah, it was so great that Thomas Hearns wanted to quit in the middle of the fight, turned around and started walking away. Dude ran behind him and punched him in the back of the head. It ain't illegal when you turn your back on a guy. What do I think about Tyson not connecting on Paul? I think Tyson is not the same Tyson. Y'all got to understand something. We all say Tyson threw the fight, but Tyson just ain't the Tyson that he used to be. He ain't that same Iron Mike. Tyson then got married, had kids, got heavy in the middle, got a good heart got a good heart going right now, trying to help people. He ain't trying to hurt nobody. He knew Jake Paul from when he was a kid. They had a picture of Jake Paul sitting on Mike Tyson's knee back when Jake Paul was like 8, 7. He was glad to meet Mike, and it was they families knew each other. He wasn't trying to clobber him, but he didn't have the skills to clobber him. It ain't just cause you used to be don't mean you still is. Yeah, man. Thomas Hearns, man, that was a tough fight. How would Roy Jones fare today? How would Roy Jones fare today? Roy Jones would fare. He won't fare today. Roy Jones ain't got nothing left. Roy Jones spent too many years out the ring, too many years taking celebrity fights and not doing much. And Roy Jones in his prime was a beast. The only problem that Roy Jones ever had is he allowed the press to talk him up to the next weight class. And that was the mistake that ended his career. Moving up when you was cleaning out in the 160s. Moved up and took a fight too heavy. And then you started getting beat. And now you just in it, you realize it's a lot of money. Roy Jones ain't stupid. Roy Jones is saying there's a lot of money out there. I could fight somebody for 2-3 million and pad my pockets a little bit more too. And that's what it is. Don't forget Roy Jones fought Mike Tyson in a celebrity event that nobody talks about because it didn't do much. He couldn't connect, Jeff. He ain't got it no more. Hey, look, we want Mike to still be the same Mike that we knew, but he ain't. You meant in his era. You talking about Roy Jones? Roy Jones in his era was a beast. Prince Nassim, movement, crazy. But it's another guy out there right now, another London dude. Can't think of his name right now, but he got a fro. He just signed with the Zone. Bad boy. Kind of look like Prince Nassim with the movement and whatnot. I want to see what he's going to do. He's a light heavyweight guy. Terrence Crawford is a cross between. Yep, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford been in the game. He done studied the game. He studied and took what he needed. Ben Whitaker. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Ben Whitaker is a beast. Crawford is a beast. Crawford studied the game. Anybody that pays attention to the game, if you climb into the ring and you never watch boxing, and you just think you just going to start winning, start knocking people out, it's a whole nother ball game inside that ring. It's all about deflection. It's all about distance. It's all about timing. It's all about pivoting. It's all about feints. It's everything that you never thought about. It's all inside that ring, and you need a coach that knows enough about everything. You don't have to be a master at everything. You just need to know enough about everything to prepare you for your battle. Am I watching the Tyson versus Mayweather? Nah, I might watch some of it, but it's not gonna be nothing. Tyson ain't gonna beat Mayweather either. I mean, you talking about a defensive prowess, a guy that understands defense, a guy that understands how not to get hurt. You got to remember, Mayweather sparred with guys in his gym that's probably bigger than Tyson, hit harder than Tyson. Excuse me, and more active than Tyson. But Tyson ain't gonna be able to do nothing. It's a money run, man. It's a money run. Mayweather gonna make about 100. Tyson gonna make about 30 to 50. But hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. I got Mayweather beating Crawford to speed and timing, relaxed footwork. Mayweather can't be beat by nobody that took pieces from his style to make a style. He is the commandant. He is superior at his own game. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Hey, you like my glasses? Thanks. These are new Jones. I needed these because the other ones kept falling off my face. They didn't fit too tight. And I needed some new ones because I be out here on this live stream. Hey, man, let me ask y'all a question. We're going to cut this off for 1 second. How many of y'all is subscribed to my channel? I don't hear the bell clicking. I got to hear the bell clicking so I can know that this thing is working. Like, we all politicking. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And please hit that notification icon because I'm loving every minute of this conversation and I'm going to want it to continue on another end, another day. I want the same thing to pop off. Conor Ben. He coming back. Conor get ready to fight Eubanks again. Coming up. Conor about to fight Eubanks again. And Conor Ben is a beast. I think he should have won that fight. I think he should have beat Chris Eubanks. I think Conor Ben was my ticket. I think he was my ticket. What you saying is everybody copied Sugar Ray Robinson style. He started it off. Well, that in the Mayweathers. You know, Floyd Mayweather had a senior. his father and them had that shoulder roll, and they knew how to make it work. But it is what it is. It's a guy that took what he took and perfected it, and now it's hard for somebody else to perfect because people don't want to learn the style the way it is. They want to learn bits and pieces of it and then try to create their own style. But then you're gonna try to say you can beat Mayweather at your bits and pieces. He is the perfectionist of that style. He took what his daddy and his uncles used and made it work for him. It's crazy. And that's why I give Mayweather props. But Mayweather's a billionaire for a reason. He understood the game. Mayweather is definitely superior with his fighting style, but he is one of the GOATs. Yeah, he's only one of the GOATs. There's just a few people out there that deserve that title. And they didn't have to be 50-0. Hey, man, y'all ever seen a guy named Chocolito? Man, I got 20% left on this phone right now, so I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. But y'all ever seen Chocolito? Google him. Google Chocolito. That dude was phenomenal until he met his match. And even the fight that he lost, the first fight that he lost was against a guy that was equal his talent. And they banged it out. They left that fight. They were both bruised up. They both had to take a hospital, ambulance ride to the hospital. Yeah, that's that type of fight it was. Hey, look, everybody got a place. Sugar Ray Robinson and Ray Leonard, they got a place. Everybody got a place. Like I said, I ain't disagreeing with nobody because everybody got a reason for the season. You know what I'm saying? I just know my reason. My reason ain't superior. I ain't the be all, tell all, the end all. I'm just a regular guy, just like y'all, just up here talking about boxing, and we just gonna, we're gonna hash it out. I like debates. I like trying to explain why my point makes sense. I don't want to be right though, because if I'm right, you got to be wrong, and I don't want you to be wrong. I think your opinion is valid too. But like I say, man, there's gonna be a lot of good fights coming up. Hey, man. Hey, look. Y'all watch the Vargas boys? The Vargas boys from California. Them boys fight pretty good. I like Emilio. But the other one, the one that Vargas Jr., he ain't about 5 cents. I watched him get beat the other day, man. He got beat like he stole something from somebody. Hey, look, Mick Lloyd, thank you, bro, from Australia. Thank you, bro, for logging in. You're a long ways away from where I'm at, player, but I respect everything you said up here. I respect you, player. I appreciate it. Mick Lloyd. Man. What I said, that sounds like a boxer's name. Mick Lloyd. Coming to the ring, baby. Y'all got to put some last names. Jeff, you got to put a last name up here, man. You can't just be Jeff. Jeff. Who is Jeff? I don't want nobody to say that to me. I want to be like Jeff. Like I had a friend that was a DJ. His name was Jeff Nice. Jeff Nice. You know what I'm saying? Or Jazzy Jeff. Fresh Prince's DJ. Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston and Mike Tyson. Oh boy, that would have been two pit bulls going against each other. Two rock welders. That would have been a crazy fight. Don't forget Costa versus Zab Judah. Zab Judah was a bad man. Zab Judah was one of the first people that caught Mayweather with a shot he didn't see coming. He just didn't have a finisher. Sometimes you got to have a finisher. Jess Franklin. Ali, it takes is one punch. Oh, maybe you said all it takes is one. I'm thinking about Ali. All it takes is one punch. So if you have skills and punching power and maybe a little luck, you're gonna have to have skills, punching power, maybe a little luck, a little cardio. You're gonna need more than one punch. That one punch comes because everything else is put together. You had to have a whole system. And all of a sudden, that one punch comes out of nowhere and finishes the game. But if you just got one punch and you don't have nothing else, you don't got no jab, you don't got no pivots, you don't got no step back, you don't got no step in, you don't got no hold ability. Holding is a part of the game. You got to have a holding ability. You got to have that little shoulder nudge when you hold. You got to have everything. That one punch is a setup. You set it up with a jab. You bang, 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 bow. And all of a sudden, that one punch take you out. Winky Wright, man. Winky Wright was nice. Crazy jab. Crazy skills. Man, there's a lot of fighters out there that's been nice. You know, it's a lot of fighters that been nice. Holyfield was nice. Holyfield was nice. I remember when Holyfield was at his prime and wouldn't take that fight against Mike Tyson. When Mike was at his prime. As soon as Mike go to jail, come back out, Holyfield want to fight now. Yeah. Come on, Holyfield. You knew what you was doing. What is my take on the belts, the WBO, the IBF, etc.? I think those belt organizations is ripping people off. I don't think y'all understand that a major fighter got to pay almost $200,000 to maintain that belt. Every year he got to pay $200,000. I'm gonna get that belt back. I'm gonna win it and then I'm gonna give it back. I'm gonna take pictures with it. I'm gonna go home and sleep with it for one night. Then I'm gonna give it back. I don't want it. I don't want to pay that money for it. Word. Leader great. Hey, coach, flat footed or on your toes or both? How much of each percentage wise? You don't want to be flat footed. Flat footed boxers don't do one thing. Bang. Can't move around. If you can't move around, you can't win. Because you're going to run into another guy that want to bang just like you. Two bangers don't make a boxing match. It makes a street fight. It makes a gladiator fight. You got to be on your toes. Not your front foot, but your back foot. You got to be on your toes. If you're on your front foot on your toes, then you're going to be moving around a lot. But you can put your front foot flat and bounce off your back foot like this. Like this. Your front foot is flat, but your back is bouncing. And then you can move around. You can cut the corner. You can cut. You turn. But you're always flat on your front, but your back heel is off the ground. Flat-footed just means flat-footed. Don't mean nothing but that. 2 flat feet on the ground. And then it's going to be a banging session. Joe Kawasaki. I like Joe Kawasaki. I watched him when he beat Roy Jones. Roy Jones didn't see that one coming. Joe Kawasaki was a beast. Sometimes you find a guy that don't got no name, but they can still put some flame in them gloves. Styles make fights all day long. How you feeling about Haney versus Norman? Haney versus Norman is going to be a great fight. I think Norman is known for his power and his ability to trap and bang you up. But then again, who was he trapping? Who was he trapping and who was he banging up? No names. All right. So now you're gonna fight somebody that's been trained. Y'all gotta remember that Devin Haney started off as a kid training under Mayweather Sr. and Mayweather Jr. And Haney knows how to see the fight, how to witness the fight from the inside. He ain't getting confused on the inside. Haney took one bad loss against a guy that had superpowers. And when you're getting hit with a guy with superpowers, you might as well get hit with a guy that's 20 pounds over your weight. But I don't take nothing away from Ryan Garcia because he's a good fighter. I just think he cheated because he didn't think he could win without cheating. But with that being said, Norman, you about to be in a fight of your life. Haney can dance, he can move, and he know when to come in and when to go out. So with that being said, I hope you got your sneakers on because you're gonna have to trap him. And if you trap him, you might be able to do something with him. But if you don't trap him, you're gonna get pepper sprayed all night long. If you take 2 prime fighters like saying Ali can beat Tyson, man, you left off half the conversation. If you take 2 prime fighters like saying Ali can beat Tyson, I don't know what's the question. Mick Lloyd, please, guys, over there. Look at the Timmy. Yeah, Timmy Zoo. Yeah. Real recognize real. Devin Haney versus Brian Owens Jr. I got Devin to win, but it's going to be a tough fight. I say the same thing. Jess Franklin says, I just don't agree with who can beat who. You know when I agree, Jess? Oh, there we go. You know when I agree? When I see them fight at their prime. I don't want to go back and try to find somebody else that could beat somebody else that could beat somebody else. I want to take a guy right now, climb in the ring right now, and beat this guy right now at his prime. Out of his prime, it's just a celebrity. It's a celebrity event. It says Ricky Hitman. Yeah, Ricky Hitman Hatton was a beast. He was a beast all the way up until he fought Mayweather, and I don't think he was prepared for that fight. He got hit. He was talking too much. And if he'd have been quieter and just been a great fighter, it would have been a better fight. But sometimes you can kind of say something that can kind of tick the other guy off and make him bring his A game. And Mayweather brought that A game, bro. He caught you with them hooks, and it was adios amigos. All right, y'all. Hey, look, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I got to get off here now because I got like 8% left on this phone. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all logging in. I appreciate the conversation we having. Please log back in again tomorrow so we can finish this up. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 57 is the new 27, and I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side because right about now, your boy got to be out.